Hello, boys and girls. We are going to be doing some well-ordered language today. Hope you're doing well. We are going to continue our unit on compound subjects and conjunctions. So I am on page 132 of the well-ordered language book. We're going to walk through some of the problems together, and then I'm going to post the answers. So this is a little different format than I've been doing in the last few weeks, but I think it should work pretty well. Let me know your feedback if you prefer it with the whiteboard. So let's begin. Now, remember it says if a compound subject is joined by the word or, it can be either singular or plural, depending on the subject that is closer to the verb. The verb must agree in number with the closer subject. Okay, so this is what it means. In this example, Winston or the boys, we're going to choose the correct verb to go with whichever of these two subjects is closer to the verb. In this case, boys is the one that's closer to the verb. So we are going to choose are playing rather than is playing. If it's phrased as flipping these two, the boys or Winston, then we would stick with Winston to choose the correct verb. So we would choose is playing. We choose are playing when it is a plural subject and is playing, that helping verb, with a singular subject. Okay, so this is what it would look like in sentence one. The neighbors or Grandpa Fred often drives or drive the kids. Let's find the compound subjects. It doesn't say you have to underline, but just to make it a little bit more clear, these are the two subjects of the sentence. The neighbors or Grandpa Fred. Now, which of the subjects is closer to the verb drives or drive? Grandpa Fred is closer. So Grandpa Fred is singular, one person. So let's ignore that neighbors is even there and choose whichever verb goes best with Grandpa Fred. Would we want to say Grandpa Fred often drives or Grandpa Fred often drive the kids? We would choose drives. That is what we do with that's what we would choose with a singular subject. That makes sense with subject-verb agreement when there's the S at the end of the word. Okay, we'll do one more, and then the rest I'll have you do on your own, but I'll post the answers. Lucy or Theo is coming or are coming to the movies with us too. Now our subjects are Lucy and Theo. That conjunction or means they're not both coming to the movies. One of those two is coming to the movies with us. In this case, these are both singular subjects, so whichever order we put them in, we would want to choose a verb tense that works with just one person. So is it Theo is coming or Theo are coming? Is coming would be the correct choice there. That helping verb is used with singular subjects. Are, this helping verb, is used with plural subjects. Okay. Let's move on to some sentences to analyze now. This is the next page. It says, will the Green Knight or the White Knight win the battle? Okay, we have the conjunction or in this sentence. We have, we talked about mainly the conjunction and in our last week's introductory unit. But now we have this conjunction or. So we are going to draw our little wings. Okay, around it, and then we're going to look for our compound subjects. I know that when we go through the whole analysis, it's a little different, but I would suggest doing this for now. Okay, so will the Green Knight or the White Knight win the battle? We have found our conjunction or. Now we're going to look for the two subjects. Now, will the Green Knight or the White Knight win the battle? What are the two subjects who are winning the battle? Green Knight and White Knight. Now, colors like green and white are just adjectives in this sentence describing the knight. So actually, our two subjects are knight and knight. Okay, so it says, will the Green Knight or the White Knight win the battle? So we found the subjects, who are what is the sentence about? What is this sentence telling us about the two knights? They will win. There's our helping verb will. Sometimes it's used as a subject, like our will. So will is a helping verb. The question mark at the end helps you know that there's probably a helping verb at the beginning. Win is our predicate verb. Okay. So will the green knight or the white knight win the battle? Is there a direct object? Is there something that the knights are winning? The battle. Battle is our DO. Okay, now we're left with just modifiers. So we have some words modifying the knight. Now, it says, will the green knight or the white knight win the battle? First of all, there's this the, which is always an adjective. What is the modifying? Will the green knight? Knight. Okay. Okay. The is an adjective. What is green modifying? Also the same, knight. Okay, so will the green knight or the white knight? The and white are also going to be modifying nouns. This the is modifying this knight. Make sure you're pointing it to the correct knight. It's will the green knight, that whole grouping of words, go together. And then this whole grouping of words, the white knight, go together. So both of those are adjectives. The tells us which knight. White tells us what kind of knight. Okay, and we've got one last word that is not marked yet. It's the over here. Will the green knight or the white knight win the battle? The is modifying battle. Okay, so it is an adjective. Okay, that's that first sentence. Now let's take a look at sentence 2. During the tournament, the queen and the princess return. During the tournament, the queen and the princess return. Are there any prepositional phrases? During should be a preposition that comes to your mind. During the tournament is a prepositional phrase. Okay, during is our preposition. Tournament is the object of the preposition. The is an adjective. Okay, sorry, I know that's messy, but that's an adjective. Okay, so during the tournament, the queen and the princess return. Do you see a conjunction? And is a conjunction. I'm going to put the little wings around it. Now that is going to combine two subjects that we have here. During the tournament, the queen and the princess return. What are the two subjects? Queen and princess. Okay, we found our subjects. Let's read it again to find our verb. During the tournament, the queen and the princess return. What are the queen and princess doing? Returning. That's our predicate verb. No helping verb this time. Okay, we have two more words to identify. The and the. The is always an adjective. So it's generally right before whatever noun is it's modifying. In this case, we have the queen, okay, and the princess. Okay, finally, oh, I know that is very messy. I'm going to try that again with the text box. I like the text box for adjectives better. Okay, finally, we are going to see what this prepositional phrase is modifying. During the tournament tells us where the princess when the princesses and the queens return. So during the tournament is an adverbial element modifying the word return, saying when they return. It is an adverbial prepositional phrase. I'm going to put ADV and then below it, prep. Okay, that is an example to hopefully help you with the next sentences over here. So in the next section that you'll do, you're going to analyze the following sentences. They will all have compound subjects. Actually, nope, I see one that doesn't have a compound subject. So there is one that will not have a conjunction. So be careful about that. And then in the next section, you're going to complete the following sentences by adding a verb after the compound subject. You may also add a direct object, adverb, or prepositional phrase to construct each sentence. So here's the compound subjects, grandma and grandpa. After those compound subjects, make sure you have a verb. That's all you need for a complete sentence. But then also try to add a direct object and a prepositional phrase and maybe some modifiers. Here's another start. Will mom or the girls complete that sentence? It will be a question because there's that helping verb will at the front. Then Fritz and Lucy then complete the rest of the sentence. Finally, it says, imagine there is a hedgehog at the race between the turtle and the rabbit. With that in mind, write a sentence about it, being sure to include a compound subject. Okay, so that is all we're going to be doing for well-ordered language this week. I will post the answers so that you can check your work as soon as you're done with them. I will talk to you later. Bye, boys and girls.